Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE has entered a new era with its move on Netflix earlier this year, and Triple H has been at the forefront of this transition. The Game recently took to his X/Twitter account to bid goodbye to the Sony Sports Network, which had been WWE's partner in India for years, as the company's programming now moves to Netflix. The global juggernaut had found a home in India on Sony in 2002 and remained there until recently. After 23 years, the partnership has now ended on great terms, with WWE moving to Netflix India. This week's episode of Raw was the last one that aired on Sony, following which the network shared an emotional message. Triple H took note of this tweet and bid goodbye to the network for helping WWE bring its action to millions of Indian fans. In a recent chat with BBC, The Game was asked if Netflix had any say on how WWE's storylines panned out. Triple H clarified that the streaming giant was merely a distribution partner, and that they didn't get involved in the creative side of things. He added that those within the company were solely in charge of the booking. WWE's association with Netflix has been a successful one so far, with Raw consistently ranking among the most-watched shows. Considering how popular the promotion is in India, it's safe to say they could generate impressive viewership on Netflix India, where they would air not just Raw, but SmackDown and NXT too, in addition to the premium live events. Arpit Shrivastava is a journalist who reports on pro wrestling, WWE, at Sportskeeda. He is also an assistant content manager for the AEW team, and has played a pivotal role in building it from the ground up. Arpit graduated in political science and mass communication. From writing for his college magazine, while being a huge wrestling fan, to pursuing journalism as a career, he has accumulated 5 years of experience in the industry. During the course of his career, Arpit has written nearly 4 articles, garnering over 32 million reads. Besides covering the latest stories in the world of pro wrestling, Arpit mentors several up-and-coming writers, and is also responsible for assembling a stellar team for Sportskeeda's all-elite wrestling division. Arpit gives utmost importance to fact-based reporting, as he sources information only from reliable outlets. He believes in providing relevant information to readers, allowing them to form their opinions based on legitimate facts. Among Arpit's favorite wrestlers is MJF. He admires the Wolf of Wrestling for his cool, anti-authoritative attitude on television. Arpit is also fond of Sami Zayn's never say die approach and underdog persona. In the women's division, he looks up to Becky Lynch for her sheer aura. As the last segment of WWE Raw came to an end, the arena buzzed with the sounds of excited fans filing out of the venue, the echoes of chants still lingering in the rafters. The show had concluded with the usual energy of a live event, but this night was different. As the cameras turned off, the lights dimmed, and a figure emerged from the shadows. Triple H, The Game, the cerebral assassin, the King of Kings. It was clear that something extraordinary was unfolding. With the familiar stoic expression on his face, Triple H made his way to the center of the ring, his iconic sledgehammer no longer by his side. Instead, he stood alone, and as he grabbed the microphone, the crowd fell silent. The intensity of the moment was palpable. "Tonight," Triple H began, his voice filled with both gravitas and emotion, "marks the end of an era that for so long has defined who I am. Not just in the ring, but as a person. For the past 30 years, you've seen me grow from a brash kid with a dream into someone who's been privileged enough to be a part of this company's incredible journey." The crowd responded with a thunderous cheer, chanting "Thank you, Hunter," a fitting tribute to a man who had dedicated his life to WWE. It was clear that the fans felt the weight of the moment too. Triple H took a deep breath and continued, his eyes glistening as memories rushed back to him. "For those who don't know, I've made a decision to step away. Not because I want to, but because it's time. My body, as much as it's been a warrior for me, has told me the truth. It's no longer the same. And as hard as it is to admit it, my time inside that ring has come to an end." The arena fell quiet, the sound of a single chair shifting in the stands the only noise cutting through the silence. fans were still trying to process the gravity of what was being said. For years, Triple H had been the backbone of WWE's success, both in front of and behind the camera. His departure, while not entirely unexpected, still hit hard. He paced slowly around the ring as he spoke. "I've had some of the greatest moments of my life right here, in front of all of you. From my first match to the incredible feuds that will live on in history to the countless championships I've won. Every step of my journey has been etched into the fabric of this company. But none of it would have meant anything without you, the WWE Universe. You made me who I am. You pushed me. You booed me. You cheered me. You made me think deeper, work harder, and evolve." The audience erupted once more, their admiration for Triple H palpable. "You've been my partners, my supporters, my critics. And because of all of you, I've been able to do things I never imagined." A deep sigh escaped Triple H, and he paused for a moment, gathering his thoughts. His eyes scanned the crowd, taking in the faces that had cheered for him over the years, those who had watched him grow into a multi-time world champion, a leader in the locker room, and a legend in the industry. It was clear that this was a personal goodbye, not just a scripted farewell. "When I started in this business, it was about a dream to be the best, a dream to stand at the top of the mountain and prove myself. But over the years, it became more than that. It became about something bigger. It became about giving back to the next generation, about ensuring that the WWE we all love continues to thrive, continues to be the most dominant force in sports entertainment, and continues to inspire millions." There was a subtle shift in the tone of his voice, a deeper reflection of the legacy he was now leaving behind. "I'm proud to say that I've had a hand in creating some of the greatest talent this industry has ever seen. From the very first moment I stepped into the ring with guys like Shawn Michaels and The Rock, to watching the next generation, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and many others, take this company to new heights. I'm honored to have been a part of that process, and I know that WWE is in good hands." Triple H's voice cracked slightly, a moment of vulnerability breaking through the years of conditioning to remain the indomitable force that fans had come to know. "And so, as I stand here tonight, I realize that it's not just my time to step away from the ring. It's time for me to shift my focus entirely to the future of this company, the future of this industry, and to the future of the athletes who will go on to write the next chapter in WWE's story." The fans knew what he meant. Triple H had long been instrumental in scouting and developing new talent through his NXT brand. His departure from the in-ring action meant that his next big mission was clear: ensuring WWE's legacy carried on through the next generation of stars. "But make no mistake," he said with a wry smile, "just because I'm stepping away from the ring doesn't mean I'll ever stop being part of this company. I'll still be in the trenches, working behind the scenes, ensuring WWE's future is brighter than ever. You can count on that." The words were almost a promise, a commitment to the fans, to the roster, and to the future of the business. The audience responded with a loud chant of "one more match." Triple H smiled, acknowledging their passion but shaking his head gently. "No more matches. But what I will promise you is that every time I look back on my career, I will remember the fans, the moments, and everything that made this journey worthwhile. I owe it all to you." As the final moments of his speech approached, Triple H's demeanor softened. He no longer stood as the intimidating force who had terrorized WWE's locker rooms, but as a man full of gratitude and humility. "So thank you. Thank you for believing in me, for pushing me, for being with me every step of the way. And most importantly, thank you for making me feel like I mattered. You, the WWE Universe, made me who I am." He raised the microphone one last time. "This is the end of one chapter, but the beginning of something new. I'll see you around. The game might be done, but the legacy will live on forever." With those final words, Triple H dropped the microphone and slowly exited the ring, pausing at the ropes to give a final heartfelt glance at the crowd. The fans stood, chanting and applauding, recognizing the importance of the moment they had just witnessed. It wasn't just the end of an era, it was the beginning of the next phase of WWE's evolution. And as Triple H disappeared backstage, the WWE Universe knew that while his in-ring career might have ended, his impact would last for generations to come.